Welcome back to Your Secret Safe with A. I'm Vicky. It's Wednesday, which means I'm probably going to cry. Wednesday is the worst day of the week for me mentally. But it kind of felt like a Tuesday, so maybe y'all are in luck. What's going on, Grace?
Well, it's Wine Wednesday, so today we're going to whine about it.
I'm like, it's Whiskey Wednesday over here.
It's actually Water Wednesday for me. Woo.
Yeah, I should, well, I don't know. I've had a lot of water today. Like wine, like cry, not like wine.
Yeah, that's what I meant too. Like,
okay, like whine about it. So like today we're going to complain.
Yes, exactly.
But I have some big news for the group. My divorce status has officially changed from pending to affidavit for divorce. So I'm getting my divorce decree mailed. I've been on the phone with Richmond City Courts and they like love talking to me because I can't trust my ex for shit. So I've been calling them every week and they get really excited because I'm excited about my divorce. So they told me today that they mailed out the divorce decree on Monday. And I was like, this is the best news I've had all day. Like, you guys are amazing. They were like, you go, girl. Like, you did it. I was like, it was amazing. Like, I've had a couple people hype me up during the divorce saga. The divorce people at court for sure. But then there was this lady who worked at USPS when I sent a signed document back. And I like had her notarize it. I was like, it's my divorce decree. And she's like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm not. She's like, go. She lost her shit. She was like, get it, queen. I was like, slay.
Slay.
Slay. Also, today I was finally inspired. I know what ass tat I'm going to get.
Oh, you do? What ass tat?
So I'm going to get Shake It because I say it in jazzercise all the time and it's going to be like in pretty little cursive letters.
That's cute. I like that.
Well, I was like, either that or I was going to get jazzercise on my booty, which I probably still will get a jazzercise tattoo at some point. But for right now, Shake It. Because it means more than one thing. Like, this is the way I always talk to you. I'm like, we haven't talked in a while, and then I just, like, trauma dump a bunch of shit.
And it's so funny to me.
This is me. I'm just like, don't freak out. I'll fill you in tonight and need support. Oh, and I got a new tattoo and have mixed feelings. Well, feeling. I forgot the S, and I'm like, feelings. Happy Tuesday. This is a 31-year-old crisis. It's my birthday next week, so Mercury is in retrograde.
No, when you were like, I got a tattoo, and I don't know how I feel about it. I was like, well, you better learn to love it.
And then this is me. I'm like, well, I like this skull cowboy on the back of my arm in my wedding dress. And then I was like, well, maybe I just won't get married, even though they're fine, but I just need to get over it.
I know, sometimes I think about, like, my, like, gun tattoo, and that's just probably gonna not look good when, like, I get married. Same with, like, my ghost tattoo. I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, they can edit any photo and whatever. I mean, I like mine. Like, this is my new tattoo, friends. It's a skull tattoo. It's a little bigger than I anticipated, but I was kind of drunk when I got it done, so for what it is, I love it. And now I'm feeling inspired. Now I'm like, maybe I should get, like, one of those little quarter sleeves that go, like, from here over the shoulder, like, onto the collarbone. I'm thinking that could be a vibe. Or I should go to therapy.
So the definition of girl math is it's mostly used in shopping, and it's to make a girl feel better about buying an expensive thing. So, like, say I have a purchase, but I return it and it's like $50, but then I want to buy something that's like $75. Technically, I only spent $25.
Right. And it's because, like, if I've already spent the money, like, then I've already spent the money. Like, It's free. It's free if it comes back to me. Like, if I get a refund, like, that's free. If I have cash,
free.
That's free. That's free.
I was about to bring that up. Like,
because half the time I'm going to lose it. Yeah. I'm going to lose it. If I have cash, that is free money.
Or I just, like, give it away. I'm like, someone take this. I, like, anytime I have cash, I'm like, oh, I have free money. I can do whatever I want with this.
I'm like, I don't want to do anything with this. The only thing I want to do is roll it up.
Woof. And for boy math, it says the mathematics behind committing literal financial crimes. Typically, boy math refers to crypto scams, NFTs, or tax evasion. Now, what would we know about that, Vicky?
at our exes, I'm just like, dear God. Girl math, boy math, toxic math. Oh yeah, toxic math. That's what I have info on. Is toxic math. No, so my toxic math is this. So last week I contacted my ex and I was like, "Hey, I went to AT&T to try and get my own phone plan, but I can't do anything until you initiate it because you're the primary."
Right.
So I went there. I tell them my name. They're like, "Are you the primary on the account?" I'm like, "I think so," like bullshitting, like already knowing the answer. And then I
Yeah.
gave his name. They were like, "Are there any other names on the account?" And I was like, "I don't know." They were like, a K name. This is his ex-girlfriend before me. He still pays for her phone. But he asked me to pay him for the last 7 months of phone bills. We were together almost 8 years. He broke up with this girl maybe 2 years before me. So I need to pay back 8 months of phone bills. But his ex-girlfriend before me has like a 20-year run. When they were like, "Is there another name on the account?" And they showed me the name. I was like, "AT&T, you really be putting people on blast. You should not be showing me
Holy
other people's
shit!
contact."
Bitch, that's like 10 years. Oh my mind is blown right now. Are you kidding me?
I told you I had a good story.
We're keeping that shit in 100%. I don't give a fuck.
Toxic math, like I said, but I owe him money. I was like, "Let me just repay you with the ring fund once I sell my engagement ring."
Or it can go towards the house that he's definitely not going to be able to pay you back for.
Nope. Aren't you mind blown? I was fucking mind blown.
That is crazy. I thought you were gonna say his new girlfriend's on the phone plan, and I would have been like, oh, okay, whatever.
No.
But the fact that the ex-girlfriend from 10 years ago is still on the phone plan is fucking wild.
The only thing I know about this person is that she was also into animals and like is a veterinarian. He told me that she gained a lot of weight and he lost attraction to her, yet she cheated on him and ended up with his friend.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, it's like history's repeating itself. Maybe you should self-reflect.
That's fucking wild, dude. I just can't. Oh my god.
When he told me the name, I was like, "Get out." I was like, "You have made my day."
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's toxic math for you.
I was about to say, I'm like trying to think. I don't know if I have any toxic math.
Sure you do. Here it is.
Oh, I got a good toxic math.
No, I've got it. I'm bankrupt. I don't have a job, but I can afford a $4,000 apartment in Charleston. And a boat. $5,000 apartment in Charleston, excuse me. And buy a boat and fly you first class every single time you want to see me. But I'm also not legally divorced yet. And I'm bankrupt. And I'm bankrupting my friend's husband, who is also now going through a divorce. I think that's toxic math.
And also maybe having like 6 people lose their jobs.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, another good toxic math to add to that was that for the first 3-4 months, he was also paying for an apartment in a different state. So he was paying like $7,500, $8,000 for like 4 months for 2 apartments.
Yep. What about gets evicted, moves belongings into a storage unit in Charleston, but lives in Virginia? But doesn't sell the belongings to avoid eviction.
Then lives with his friend and his family and gets pissed about it.
Yep. Cooks meals for the family and their kids
as his
so
rent.
that he can have free rent.
Then gets job back in Charleston working for an auto shop after he ran an auto shop into the ground.
Wait, what about gets hired as a consultant to
Makes
tell
no money.
people to tell people how to operate their successful small businesses.
first client was a successful auto business.
Hold on, I have so much toxic math. It is insane.
Oh, I got another good toxic math.
Okay, let's see it.
Introducing a girl to you that is just a friend, breaks up with you a week later, starts dating said girl who was just a friend.
Womp womp. Oh my gosh, you made me lose mine, but it was so funny. Okay. Buys drinks for everybody at the bar every single weekend, but doesn't pay their own mortgage and won't finish a single project on the house.
Woof.
Drives 5 sports cars, but house is a dump and thinks it is ridiculous to pay for a cleaner because your wife should do it.
Buys 5 sport cars, but yet still can't afford a mortgage.
Buys 5 sports cars, but can't afford Viagra to get his dick to fucking work. Was that too far?
I just spilled water on my computer. Oh my god! Oh no, my thing fell off. Water all over me. God damn it. I'm fucking crying.
Oh my god. Oh.
That was amazing.
What's some more toxic math? I'm really liking this topic.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I've blocked out so much of it because I'm like, oh, I got another good toxic math.
Okay, toxic math, let's go.
Cheats on you with ex-girlfriend, but then says it's not his fault because she was the one that sent him nudes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
100%. Toxic math.
I have another good one.
Oh my god, this is so crazy.
Comes to visit you, meets another girl, tells you that he can't come to see you a following weekend because he's busy with work. Then you find out he actually go visits said girl who's farther away than you are.
Okay, I've got one. Works 100% remote and or owns a business, says he has to be in person for the business, goes to Egypt for 3 weeks, goes to Colombia for 3 weeks. Wife gets a promotion to move to Nashville. We can't move to Nashville because I need to be here for the business. That's toxic math. Said wife turns down 2 promotions for husband to be present at his everyday job that he doesn't do shit for.
Maybe goes for 2 hours.
Yeah, hungover. Here we go. It's Saturday night. It's too expensive for me to buy drinks, but I'm going to get a drunk tattoo.
Girl math.
Girl math.
Yeah, because your tattoo is with you forever.
Exactly.
You're going to forget those memories.
Toxic math. Girlfriend gets diagnosed with celiac disease. I'm not going to eat gluten with you, babe. Comes home, makes mac and cheese.
Oh my god.
We're starting tomorrow.
What did I girl mathed something recently? Fuck, what was it? Oh, I bought a pair of shoes, didn't like them. So then I returned them. They're like $150. So then I was like, oh, well, that's like $150 that I then bought an Aura ring, which is like $400. So I was like, really? Actually, plus I had a 10% coupon off because my friend sent me one.
Right.
So I was like, really? This ring was only like $250. Girl math.
Girl math is I fibbed to my significant other. I hit my first pothole in Nashville.
I saw that picture. That shit was rough.
It was rough. If you've ever been to Nashville, you know their roads are trash. And if you ever hit a pothole in Nashville, you just like submit it to the city and they reimburse you for the cost of the damage to your car instead
Does
of,
it happen that often?
yes, instead of fixing the pothole. So,
Oh my God, Nashville, get it together.
that's government math. But, we're not going to go there, but no. Um, I asked my boyfriend to go pick up my car for me. And the day before he was like, "How much was it?" And I was like, "Oh, like 700." And he like gasped as expected.
Yeah.
Because he like drives like an older like truck. And
Yeah.
anyway, like I paid it online thinking that I was gonna be sly and they would just like give him the keys and they still gave him a receipt, and it was like $1,100, and I like shaved a little bit off to like make it more acceptable for like my replacement tire and my like alignment and my coolant change. And he was like, "Yeah, so here's your receipt." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck."
I do that shit with
It's
Mr.
my money. It's my money. It's not like it's, I didn't want to like scare him. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, your BMWs are expensive to repair no
Correct.
matter what. But I do that with Mr. W all the time. He'll like ask me how much money I spent, and I shave off at least 20 to 30%.
Yep.
Girl
Girl
math.
math. Girl math. It's more digestible. I was trying to show him, so I'm going on vacation next week. So, you know, before you go on vacation, you have to spend money for the vacation because, you know,
need
spray
outfits.
tan, prep work, clothes, whatever. So I ordered a bunch of clothes and I kept trying to show him the clothes, but I wouldn't let him see the order. I kept like clicking on the link for each individual item so he couldn't see the total price. And my phone froze and he was like, "Let me just scroll through it." And I was like, "Well, there's no secrets now. I'm so sorry." Girl math.
Every time I go to Target, Mr. W's like, "Oh, what did you get?" I'm like, "Oh, just a few odds and ends, you know, just some coffee, maybe a snack." He's like, "What did you get?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
Girl math is that certain people that I know. So when I was buying a house, I was given money from a secret bank account that one parent didn't know about.
I forgot about this. I forgot about this.
So I got money for a down payment, and I was told, "Don't tell your father because he doesn't know this bank account exists." Girl math.
Yo, that's an icon right there.
Icon.
Oh my God, I love that. A good boy math one is saying that you are 6 foot, but when you meet them in person, they're actually 5'7" with shoes and their ego.
Yep.
Boy
Yep.
math.
Boy math. Another boy math. I have a vasectomy, so you don't need to have birth control, but doesn't show proof of vasectomy.
Boy math.
That's in you anyway. Boy math.
Or not wanting to have kids, but not wanting to wear a condom and not having condoms because they just don't feel as good. What if I'm not on birth control, bitch? Boy math.
Boy math. Government math again. What is birth control? What is abortion?
What is the pink tax? Oh my God, I watched a video and this girl was going around asking men questions about women's bodies. Speaking of that, and she was like, "Do you know what a placenta is?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's like the thing you use in medical trials of like you give the medicine, the actual medicine to one group, and then you give them
a placebo."
Yes. And one of his friends was standing there, like, kind of looking confused. And he goes, "Yo, bro, that's a placebo." And they're like, "Oh, right, yeah." And I was like, "There's no hope. There's no hope."
I've had people ask me what comes out of different holes in the vagina. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever squirted, you've been asked this question.
Oh, God bless America.
Yeah, okay, boy math. If I stick my dick in you without giving you any foreplay, it's gonna feel great.
No, boy math is thinking that all they need to do is finger you for 2 seconds and you're warmed up.
Yep. Boy math. Boy math.
I've seen this one around a few times. Boy math is thinking a woman is only with you for your money when you make minimum wage or less. Oh God. Oh, here's another one. Like I said earlier, boy math is rounding any height over 5'9" as just over 6 foot.
No. Boy math is, babe, I'm too busy to text you. I'm in the moment, but he's out with you on his phone nonstop.
Bruh, that shit enrages me when people do that. They're like, oh, I'm really bad at texting, but I tell people, I'm like, if you Instagram message me, I'll respond pretty quickly. Sometimes. But like, that always.
So back to toxic math. Thought of girl math.
Ooh, what's a good one?
Morning skinny.
Oh my God, I had the best morning skinny recently. Okay. So this is a very traumatizing story that I am letting you all know about. So I had a girls' weekend this past weekend in Charleston with some ladies. And we were out Friday night and we're like all standing around in a circle. And there are these group of guys who were on a bachelor party that we had ran into earlier in the night at a different bar. Well, so then we all end up at the same bar and like we're talking to one of them. And one of them, I look at him and immediately I said, bad vibes. I don't like him. Looked like a more like buff, meatier version of my ex, Mr. Bankrupt.
Okay.
He was super cocky, wearing like a golf hat, like sitting back and like taking in all the attention. And I just stood there and stared him down and I was like, I hate this man already. And then one of his other friends was like super fucked up and like was just like kind of sitting there mumbling. And then I like feel something and he's like poking me. So I turned around and looked at him. I said, what? And he just is kind of like, I said, what do you want? And he goes, are you pregnant? And I looked at him and I said, no, I'm not fucking pregnant, you fucking idiot. And it just ruined my night. It's ruined my week. I'm like, I'm just not gonna fucking eat for the rest of my life then.
Girl, sometimes the mean skinny is the best motivation. Like when people like fat shame you. The first time I got like fat, my uncle, like, I sat on his thigh and I remember him being like, you're getting a little heavy. And I was 16. I was also like skinny as shit, by the way.
Vicky, at 16, you were literally like 90 pounds.
My uncle told me I was getting a little chubby and like pinched the back of my thigh. And yeah, I got real fucking skinny. I'll tell you that.
God.
Boy math is thinking that you can tell women anything about their body when you don't focus on your own.
Yeah, boy math is I can tell you what to do, but I'm not going to take my own advice because I can be a hypocrite.
Right. Boy math is it's okay for me to have a dad bod, but you have to look like a model.
Boy math is wanting a traditional wife and wants them to do all the cooking and cleaning and house chores, but also wanting to go 50-50 on all of the bills.
Boy math is wanting someone that can fuck like a slut, but isn't a slut and has only had one sexual partner, which is them.
Yup. I fucking hate that one. That one pisses me off. Boy math is saying women hit the wall at 30 while they're balding at 20.
I'm gonna tell you, ladies, dating out here is rough. I'm taken now. But the baldies, the shorties, I'm like, one of the worst dates I ever went on was with this guy, and my intuition told me he was short. His dating profile didn't tell me his height. So my intuition told me, if you don't say your height, you're short.
Boy math is, if I don't put my height on here, they're going to think I'm tall.
Right. So anyway, naive little me fell for it. And this was the worst date of my life. This was him. I've been to this place like 6 times. They've got the best cocktails.
Oh, I hate him
We
already.
sit there, waitress comes back 4 times and he's not ready to order his drink. When I tell you I almost like jumped out the bathroom window, I ordered my drink. He kept around. I'm like, dear God, why will this person not order? Especially if you're such an expert, if you're such an expert on the drinks here and you've been here so many times. And he finally gets his drink and he's like, you want another round? I'm like, I'm busy. I gotta go. Like,
What the fuck?
and
Oh
we did the
my God.
polite, like, hug goodbye. I'll call you. And I'm like, delete, block. I mean, he was cute, but he was short and he didn't know how to like be assertive and order a fucking drink.
That's wild. 4 times. Usually I'm like, the
I
first
felt
time I'm
bad
like,
for the lady. I was like, I feel like I have five. Like, I thought I was being punked. Like, I thought it was.
where's Ashton Kutcher?
I was ready for it. I was like, I am being punked right now because this person will not order a drink.
That shit would piss me off. Speaking of short kings, I went out with my brother for his birthday, and at one point I'm standing in the bar and I'm just like looking around, and I turned to him and his friend. I mean, they're both 6 foot, whatever. And I said, yo, there's a short king epidemic in this place. And they both started laughing. And then like a few hours later, I was talking to the roommates of my brother's like girl thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at them. I said, "Are you guys single?" And they were like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "Everyone around here is so short and ugly." I said, "What the fuck happened?" And the one roommate who is single, she was like, "Girl, it's awful. It's the worst." I said, "I'm so sorry."
I think it's because people stopped breeding. Like, there's less like population to choose from.
You said breeding like you're trying to. Oh, I need the best bitch of the litter. Like,
Okay, I've had multiple guys tell me I'm breedable.
that's so gross. I hate it when guys say that.
They're just like, it's like the hips, and like, I'm just like, ugh.
Boy math is saying you're so breedable, but not wanting any kids.
I mean, everyone I've talked to wants to have my kids, like, but
Okay, maybe I just like don't want anyone's kids. So
I'm like, boy math is saying you want a kid, but then traveling 95% of the year.
boy math is saying you want a kid, but putting in zero effort to be a father.
Not Mr. W, we see you and you're a true king.
Yes, he is a great dad. Oh, boy math is calling kids with single mothers fatherless behavior, but ignoring the fact that it was the fathers who chose not to stay with their families.
Yeah.
Like, why are we always so hard on single mothers, but yet when it's a single father, people praise them? I'm like,
I think a single dad is so hot.
ugh.
So hot.
I mean, I have one, so what am I saying? I'm like, disgusting.
No, like, I would be totally A-okay with that. But a lot of people wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I've definitely talked to guys that they're like, I wouldn't, like, it's okay that you're divorced, but it would be different if you had kids.
Yeah. I mean, a kid just, throws in a whole new fiesta to the mix. You know what I mean? Speaking
We're
from
the maracas.
fucking hate us. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Boy math is using your wife's interest rate to have a cheaper house payment because if you refinanced it would quadruple because you have shit credit. Okay, girl math. I ordered Uber Eats and I put instructions to get up my hallway, and if he doesn't do it, I'm not gonna get it and I just won't eat my food.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I had a girl math today because I went to Chipotle, but they were out of chips. So I couldn't buy chips with my meals. I was like, oh, I'm saving money by not buying chips with this meal, but then I went and bought a bag of chips at Kroger. And I was like, yeah, but now I have like a big bag of chips that I can eat for the next few days.
It makes sense. It makes sense. If you're out drinking and you order one water, you're sober.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this past past example. This past weekend, I drank a THC seltzer on Sunday for Sunday Fun Day because in my head I was like, okay, girl math. If I'm a little bit high, I won't buy as many drinks because I don't like to get twisted very much. So then we go out on Shem Creek in Charleston.
And you get ultra twisted.
Yeah, because I was like, Red Bull Tito's, yeah! And I'm just like sitting there like, because I'm high, but like, and I kept being like, is this wearing off or am I just getting like drunk now that the high is wearing off? And I couldn't figure out where the high ended and the drunk started. I was just like coasting all day, but I had a great day.
I'm like, your girl math is, oh, I'm going to drive home on Sunday night and gets blitzed on Sunday and doesn't drive home until Monday night.
Why did I always do that? I was like, oh, it's only a 3-hour drive. If I have like 1 or 2 drinks and take a nap or like get a Red Bull, I'll be fine. Next thing I know, it's like fucking 8 p.m. and it's dark out and we're in your living room. I was like, I'll drive home tomorrow.
Iconic. So I got pho. Not because I wanted pho. I wanted those the egg rolls that are in the rice paper that aren't fried, that are gluten-free. Spring rolls. That was just very, that was girl math.
I knew exactly what you were talking about, though.
So I wanted those, and I was like, well, I should probably get some pho, too. And then I was like, some ice cream would be good. So I bundled. Because if you bundle, you save on the delivery fee. It doesn't matter if it's 2 spots.
Because I do that all the time. I'll be like, oh, well, if I spend $5 more, shipping is free, and shipping's like $6.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might as well buy myself an accessory.
As you should. Slay.
So this week's episode of Your Secret Safe with A is brought to you by my favorite roomie, Matt Philippek. Shout out to 1311 Lawrence Street. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Are you in the market for an apartment in either Austin or Dallas, Texas? Matt with Franklin Finders is your guy. His services are free, and he will find you the perfect home in these ever-growing markets. He also offers all his clients a free 2-hour move or up to $200 cash back. And even if they're not in the market or you know someone that is, please refer them to Matt. And when they close, he will send you a $50 referral, which is pretty awesome. Again, that is Matt Philippek with Franklin Finders. You can find him on Instagram at Matt Locates DFW, Matt Philippek, Franklin Finder. So if you are in the Dallas or Austin, Texas area, please reach out to him. He is awesome, 100% free to use. And I am biased because he's my old roomie. So hit him up. I have a good girl math. When it was cold out, I had brought out a random old jacket that I hadn't worn in months.
Oh, you found cash.
I found cash. I found like $20 in my pocket. I was like,
you're a millionaire.
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, free Starbucks. Let's do math or madness. So I'm going to say a scenario, and I want you to say if it's math or madness. Okay, something bought in advance is free. So, like, if you buy a concert ticket or flights, when you get to that event, because you've already paid for it, it's free.
Probably madness, but I never buy my flights in advance, so I'm pissed off every time.
I was gonna say girl math, because I always buy my flights and concerts and stuff in advance, so then I like buy it and then forget about it. Like I have a flight Friday, and I paid for it like a few weeks ago, and I forgot about it, and I was like, "Ooh, I have a free flight on Friday."
Well, see, because like it doesn't charge you. Does it charge you when you go?
It charges you when you buy it.
Oh. Like, I'm going to Barbados next week, but I'm still just like, I spent a lot of money to go to Barbados.
Oh, this is another good example. Girl math is, if I put money on my Starbucks card today, forget about it, and then I go to get Starbucks next week, it's free because I have money on my Starbucks card.
Yes. Starbucks card in general, if it's money on there, it's free.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime I have, like, money on there, I'm like, hell yeah. Okay. Buying something on sale means you're making a profit, even if it's something you don't need. So you buy a jacket, it's on sale, and that for $45, down from $65. And then with girl math, really you made $20 with that purchase.
Agreed.
Another good one is like buy one, get one half off. Those sales always get me. I'm like, well, if I really like this, I might as well buy another one for half off. Like, really, I'm getting 2 for 1 at that point.
Exactly.
So, girl math.
Girl math.
Spending more money online shopping to get free shipping. Girl math. Clothes and accessories are basically free if you wear them enough. Girl math. So basically you divide the prices of something by the number of times you wear it. So if I buy a $200 purse and I wear it 20 times, really it's only $10. And if I
don't do that, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and if I use it 50 times, it's really only $4, which is basically free. Because anything less than $5 is free.
Free.
Math. Girl math.
Girl math.
I do this one. Making coffee at home means you can order a pricier dinner. So I make my coffee at home. I mean, like, I still get Starbucks, but mostly every day I make my coffee at home because I have an espresso and it's amazing and delicious. So basically, girl math philosophy applies to any time you show tremendous financial restraint, like making your coffee at home. And since you resisted the urge to swing by your favorite coffee shop, then naturally
you can splurge.
You get to splurge at dinner that night, maybe getting like a fancy bottle of wine or a fancy cocktail, or getting like the scallops that are usually like $60 instead of like the chicken that's like $30. You know what I mean?
No, because I don't make my coffee at home. And even if I do, I'm like, this sucks, and I go get more coffee.
I almost did that today because for some reason on my calendar it said I had a dentist appointment at like 8:50. First, I woke up at 8:25 and I was like, oh fuck. So then I sprint to the dentist office. I get there and like me and the lady say hi, and then they're like, what are you doing here? Because they know me. I was like, I have an appointment. They're like, no you don't. I was like, yeah I do.
Yeah I do.
They're like, your next appointment's June 3rd. I was like, oh, why do I have it in my calendar for April 16th? And they were like, I don't know. I said, okay, well, see you later.
I don't know.
I was like, I guess I'll see you later. And then I get in my car and I was like, well, I'm already out. And since I inconvenienced myself, I should treat myself and go get coffee. And I was like, I almost did. But then I was like, no, because I know I'm going to because I'm going to have to go to the gym later today. And I know I'm not going to want to cook dinner. So I'll just keep this treat from this morning and add it to the evening. So then I bought myself Chipotle for dinner.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm like, you talking about your dentist story? What a turn of events. I went to the dentist and I got there, and this was like, I don't know, a couple years ago. I still remember it. It was so traumatizing. I took the morning off of work to go to the dentist, and I got there and they were like, I like checked in and they were like, called me back up, and they were like, we've been calling you a couple times. Like, your dentist isn't here today. She's on maternity leave. And I'm like, it's not like this just happened today. It's like you knew about her maternity leave for a while. And like, nobody called me. And they were like, just sit here for a little bit. We'll see if we can squeeze you in. And I sat there for 40 minutes. And then they were like, yeah, it's not going to happen today. I cried. It ruined my day.
Oh my God. But so I went and got my yearly physical done and blood work. And, while I was sitting there and then after I got blood, because every time I get blood drawn or do something with blood, I always bruise really badly. And I was like sitting there and I started laughing to myself because I was like, I know Vicky would already be in fucking tears right now.
What about the time that I went to the doctor shortly after I moved here, and they thought I was getting like abused. And it was I literally was pulled to the side and they were like, do we need to call the police? Like, is this a domestic situation? And it wasn't. It was bruises for me being like blackout drunk on my farewell tour falling in the street. And these bitches were like, she's abused, she's a battered woman. They were like, do we need to like call somebody for you? Funny.
Oh my God. Okay. Back to girl math. Timing your everyday, or not every day, timing your everything shower to line up with your weekend plans. I do that. So like I will wait like 2 to 3 days, like shave my legs or wash my hair because I'm like, oh, okay, well I have this event coming up on Friday or Saturday, so I want like clean everything before that. That's what I do. Do you not do that?
No, well, I've been pushing my hair longer than I used to. But I'll usually body shower every day and shave every day.
Ugh, that is. I don't. You go into the office and I don't, and I only do that like once a week.
I don't know. It's not like my boyfriend lives here. Well, I get waxed now down there, but like, I don't know. I don't like it when my legs feel prickly. It makes me feel itchy. So I shave my legs like all the time. Like anytime I'm in the shower, if there's an opportunity, I'm shaving my legs.
My legs get really bad razor burn bumps, so I have to wait like 2 to 3 days before I shave, which is kind of annoying. Also, I do the girl math thing where I'm like, okay, I have an event at 7 p.m. I need to shower, shave, blow dry my hair, and do my makeup. I'm like, okay, so that means I need to leave at 6:30, which means I need to be in the shower by like 5 p.m. So that way I can get out of the shower by like 5:30 and blow dry my hair and curl it and do my makeup so I'm ready by 6:30. But even still, sometimes an hour and a half is not long enough because I'm like, well, then
no, I'm like, it's 3 p.m. My event's at 8 p.m. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, because especially if I'm like, I have the outfit picked out in my head, but what if it doesn't look the way I want it to? Then that throws a whole wrench into the plan.
Yeah, and then we're still late because we changed the outfit 6 times and then cry about it.
Oh, this is another good girl math one. If you wore an outfit and nobody saw it, no one important saw it, did you actually really wear it? Can you rewear it?
You can rewear it.
I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, no one. Sometimes I do that, like, work from home. I'll be like, oh, no one saw me, so I'm just going to rewear this.
Yeah, I do it because I work at 7 different locations. So I'll be wearing, like, the same outfit a couple days a week. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, none of these people saw me.
Boy Math is claiming women aren't funny, but then hop on every single trend and ruin it and whine that they don't get to be a part of it. Boy Math is complaining that there's a male loneliness epidemic, but yet having absolutely zero offerings to women and acting like big old babies. Boy Math is saying that you're still trying to figure out your dating goals when you're a 45-year-old balding man on fucking Hinge. Anyways. Just had to get that out.
Boy Math. Boy
Math is... I know a lot of dudes say that they think that they can land a plane. Boy Math is thinking that they can land a plane because they play Xbox. I'm like, that is one controller. Have you ever seen inside of a cockpit of a plane?
Boy Math. I don't think I know any Boy Math. I just don't listen.
As you shouldn't listen to them. Boy Math is complaining about the patriarchal society that we live in, but yet they're the ones that created it. Another Boy Math, and it's like an epidemic with men. Like, there's like research backed behind this, but Boy Math is being 6 times more likely to abandon their wives who have terminal and chronic illness and then crying about being alone.
I know someone who, she was dating this guy. They got in a car accident. He ended up being a paraplegic. She took care of him while he had no job. He cheated on her with a dude. And I was like, can he even get hard? And they were like, no, he takes like pills to get hard, but he won't come.
That is wild. That's fucking batshit.
What a mindfuck, right? Like, you took care of this dude when you got injured in the car shoe, and then he tells you that he's cheating on you with men.
Yep.
Okay, Boy Math. Expecting you to have threesomes where you fuck other girls, but if we bring another guy in the picture, it's out of the question.
Yeah. Boy Math is they'll watch gross, gory movies, but the moment you bring up period blood, they freak out and say that's disgusting.
Boy Math is not admitting that you like things in your ass.
Boy math is being super homophobic because you're actually gay and just don't want to come out.
Yep.
The amount of times that has happened, I'm like, yeah, we all saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy math is saying women don't poop or fart, but yet all they do with their dudes is talk about the biggest shits that they ever took or send pictures of it to each other.
Yeah. I don't know if this is boy math, but Mr. Spreadsheet, I was like, what size do you think my feet are? And he's like, 6. I'm like, try a 10.
Bitch, aren't you like a 10 or an 11?
I'm like a 9.5, 10. But it made me think of white chicks, and it's like, for the lady, perhaps a salad. And she's like, perhaps not.
Perhaps not. The steak smothered in onions. Life update. I get to see Mr. W this week,
Woo!
which is super exciting. We're going to my sister's for Easter, and while we were recording, because he like always waits till the day of to get a hotel room, he sent me a screenshot of the hotel reservation, and I was like, wow, I'm so proud of you. A whole 2 days before. Okay, we're learning. And then we'll see each other the week after that, because we'll both be at the same work trip. But
Nice.
I'll hardly be able to see him though, because they, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they got 2 different hotels for the group of people.
Uh-huh.
And of course,
Y'all are in the different hotels?
we're in different hotels, but we looked it up, and it's literally a 2-minute walk. They're like right next to each other downtown, and I was like, okay, that makes me feel better.
I just like, I'm envisioning you like running at a cape, like right, this like hotel. I don't know why that's my image right now.
I know. I need to bring like a hat and a hoodie when I.
Oh yeah, like I'm getting incognito.
Yeah, because he is more noticeable than I am, because more people know him than me. So I'm like, I'll just like wear a hoodie and a hat and like look mysterious. I don't know.
Like, what would happen if they found out?
I don't know. I mean, I think people would just like talk and be annoying about it, which is what I don't want. So
Nobody's gonna know. How would they know?
I mean, I think at this point, like, I'm trying to think, like 7 people know about us. One of them was an accident, because the last time we were at a work trip together, there was 4 of us, and we were getting an Uber back to the hotel after like drinking together after dinner, and he like said something, and I was like popping off back at him being sassy, and so then he sassed me back, and we're like giggling about it, and like the other dude that was there was just kind of like looking at us weirdly, and then the other person who's friends with us, she's like, oh, they're dating, by the way. And the 4th guy was like, oh my god, really? I was like, oh yeah. He's like, you're not fucking with me? I was like, no, we've been dating for a while. He was like, oh my god, that makes me so happy because I love both of you. And I was like, thanks.
But it's Wednesday and I didn't cry.
Yay. Well, I think you didn't cry because we talked about something funny.
Okay. I mean, I'm totally gonna watch a sad movie. I asked for sad movie recommendations and realized I'd never seen Pearl Harbor.
I haven't watched that in a really long time.
It was my first time watching it, and it was the good.
Yeah, it's like kind of devastating.
Yeah, when Danny dies.
Mm-hmm. That's Josh Hartnett, right? It's not Ben Affleck.
Not Affleck.
Which I also hated that weird love triangle of like the 2 best friends in love with the same girl, but then basically like gave his blessing to his best friend if he dies, and like vice versa. I was like, I don't care for that.
Each their own.
If you had to pick between Josh Hartnett and Ben Affleck at their peak, I'm a Joshy girl. I'd pick Josh.
I think so too. He's got a little bit of a baby face, but I don't know.
But then Ben Affleck's from Boston, so I'm like,
ew. Okay, well, life update. I'm turning 31 next week, so this episode releases on Friday, April 18th. It is my birthday, Friday, April 25th. I will be in Barbados having my 31st life crisis. And big news, May 3rd is my Independence Day. It's the asked for a divorce, so it's my Independence Day.
Oh, I thought you meant like that was like the official day
Nuh-uh.
your divorce decree
No,
goes through.
April 8th is my official divorce date.
I was like, huh? I was like, oh wait, that was a few days ago.
Yeah, so April 8th was when my divorce decree was signed. April 19th is when I got married. April 25th is my birthday.
April's a big month for you.
I hate April because I put too many like accomplishments in one place.
Yeah.
But then May 3rd is my Independence Day. Like, fuck the 4th of July. May 3rd is my Independence Day.
Ah, let that pussy fly. Okay, well, thank you for coming back to another episode of Your Secret Safe with A. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of girl math, boy math, and toxic math, which, you know, I think we've all been there. So remember to embrace your chaos because math is fake, but your intuition isn't. Right, Vicky? Bitch.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm gonna go have a water because if you had some alcohol and you drink water, you are sober.
Exactly. Girl math.
Girl math. Girl math, boy math, lots of toxic math, whatever math you do, except for the real brainiac kind, we're supporters. Shout out to my twin brother for his math degree. The only math I do is made up.
So, anyways, like, subscribe, follow, share, comment.
Be our sponsor if you want a hat and you want us to sponsor something you do.
Yeah, if you have a local business or something, buy a hat and we will shout you out on the pod like we did with Matt and Franklin Finders. So, yeah, make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
Yep. Illy.
Illy, bye.